In a different video, I said that if you want a good house in the state of Georgia, you have to move fast, especially now when there's more people wanting to buy than there is wanting to sell. But don't worry, I said, because in Georgia, we have a due diligence period. So what is a due diligence period and why is it important to you if you're trying to buy a house in Georgia? And that's what we'll talk about next. Hi, I'm Kelly Vandever. I'm a real estate agent in the Alpharetta, Georgia area with Keller Williams, North Atlanta. So what is a due diligence period? When you talk about due diligence in general, what it means is that you show extra care when entering into a legal contract. In the state of Georgia, when it comes to real estate transactions, it's a period of time where you can evaluate if indeed this is a good purchase for you. A little more background might be helpful. When you make an offer to buy a house, you send the person selling the home a contract. In addition to the price you're offering to pay for the house, there are two other important factors that are included in your offer that are related to due diligence. One is earnest money, and two, the due diligence period. So what is earnest money? While earnest money isn't required, most home buyers put down some earnest money. It's a way to say to the person selling the home, hey, I'm serious. I'm giving you money up front just to prove that I want to buy this house. At closing, the earnest money is applied to the price of the house. If you decide later not to buy the house, then the person selling the house gets to keep that earnest money as recompense for having the house off the market and not being able to sell it to somebody else. So how does earnest money relate to the due diligence period? So I mentioned besides the price, putting down the earnest money, that we have this due diligence period. The due diligence period gives you, as a person buying a home, time to step back, look at the details, and also get the bigger picture to make sure that this is the right investment for you. Traditionally, the person buying a home asks for 7 to 10 days of due diligence. During that time, they hire a home inspector and potentially other professionals to make sure the house is in the shape they think it's in. The due diligence period also gives the person time to check out the neighborhood, check out HOA restrictions like building a fence or parking a boat or future rental restrictions, chance to verify the schools, to investigate the surrounding area, test out commute times, get a homeowner's insurance quote, and so on. Now, the cool thing about the due diligence period in the state of Georgia is that you can change your mind for any or no reason at all during that due diligence period and still get back your earnest money. If you find out there's something you don't quite like about the house, or that the city's planning on building a library next door and you hate books, or for no reason whatsoever, you can get out of the contract. And as long as it's during the due diligence period, you'll get your earnest money back. So one of the reasons why that's such a big advantage in the North Metro Atlanta area, places like Marietta, Alpharetta, Roswell, Johns Creek, Cumming, Milton, is because you can move quickly to make an offer for a house and know that during that due diligence period, you can change your mind. There's another video where I talk about why buying a house is not like you see on TV. And one of the points I make in that video that I want to reiterate here is, unlike at the television shows, you can't just go home and sleep on it, because as competitive as it is, when you wake up, that house may be gone. So that's why the due diligence period is important. The due diligence period gives you a little bit of breathing room. You can make the offer, you can win the house, and then sleep on it. And during the due diligence period, if you figure out it's not the right place, as long as it's during that due diligence period, you can still get your earnest money back. Now for the disadvantage. Think of it from the seller's perspective. Because there's a lot of competition right now for houses, the longer the due diligence period, the less attractive it's going to be for the seller. The longer period of time you ask for in a due diligence, that's more time where you could change your mind. And from the seller's perspective, that could impact the price that they ultimately get. The longer a house is on the market, generally speaking, the less it gets of its asking price. What happens is people looking to buy a house see that a house has been sitting on the market longer and they wonder what's wrong with it. The longer it sits, the more people wonder what's wrong with it. So it's definitely advantageous to the seller if you have a shorter due diligence period, and that might put you in a better position with the seller. I have personally run across some really competitive different situations where there's been a 2-day due diligence, where there's been a 0-day due diligence. So just know that there is some risk that's involved with asking for a significant due diligence period. The biggest challenge with having a shorter due diligence period is having enough time to get a home inspector or other inspectors out there to take a look at the property and make sure there aren't any major issues. Work with your agent and see if they know of an inspector that can get out there quickly. Alternatively, you can ask for a shorter due diligence period and then change your mind, but if you do change your mind after that period is over with, you will lose your earnest money. In the end, it's your house, it's your investment, it's your decision. So whether you're buying a house for the first time or the first time in a couple of decades, hopefully this information about the due diligence period will make you better prepared for that purchase. And I hope this whole video has made your move a little easier.